Okay, you guys, so I have a very important announcement to make. I have officially hired two cold callers. So I am going through a company. I did not want to do the training. I didn't want to do the vetting. I didn't want to do the teaching. I didn't want to do all that stuff, right? So I have hired a company, and I will not name them just yet because I haven't had success. Things change. I don't want to tell you guys something and then you spend money and then it doesn't work out. Not going to do that. However, they have been sending me leads. So we started on Monday. Took a couple days to get started. I was a little worried, but on Thursday, Friday, and even today, Saturday, because I am door knocking, obviously, it's Saturday, they have been sending some leads. Now, the leads they've been sending aren't that great. There's been a couple on market properties, and pretty much everybody just like, oh yeah, I'll sell if you're wanting to make an offer. But it's not, it's not like, hey, I need to sell, I want to sell, I'm willing to take a lower offer. Everybody's just like, yeah, I'll take Zillow price if you want to buy. So we might need to refine that a little bit because I don't want on-market properties. And the list that I gave them shouldn't have included, because I gave them the data, shouldn't have included any on-market properties. So I don't know why they had gotten any of those, because I specifically said no on-market properties. And these are supposed to be non-owner occupied, which I believe most of them are, non-owner or have been non-owner occupied, tired landlords with, I don't know if I said free and clear or just high equity. I don't remember. I'd have to look at the list. So I haven't found anybody who's really motivated yet, just people who are willing to hear offers. And I'll make them offers, right? And I'll just tell you guys the strategy, right? Just say like, hey, your property's in great condition. Okay, why don't you sell with a realtor? Oh, the fees, the time, we've tried that, blah, 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 all that stuff. And then I say, okay, well, if it's in good condition, as an investor, there's no value add for me here, right? I can't fix anything up and add value to the property. You've already done that. So the only thing I can do is, take equity, right? I can't buy a property for $500,000 and put a tenant in it. It'll never cash flow. I'll have all my money tied up in something that I'm cash flow negative on. That doesn't make any sense. So then I pitch these people and say, hey, that doesn't make sense for me. I can't buy and hold it. I can't add any value. So my cash offer will be a lowball cash offer. Like if somebody wants 500, I probably need to come in like low fours, honestly, like high threes, low fours, right? Like if I'm going to spend all this money, I need to get equity somehow. And if I can't force it myself, then I'm going to have to take the equity that you have, and nobody ever wants that. So then I immediately switch, and I even tell them, like, you're not going to want a cash offer, right? I always tell people, do you need the money right now for a life-saving surgery? No. Is the property in very distressed condition? No. Then a cash offer is not going to make sense. In fact, it'll be insulting. So I'll tell you what I'm thinking if you want to hear. But really what, I can offer here is your price, but my terms. And they're like, well, what do you mean terms? And I was like, well, I'm willing to give you your price. I just need you to take payments over time. Like I need to pay it to you in installments. And that does a couple things. One, it allows me to get a renter in there and maybe make some cash flow. That's the goal. So the payment has to be low enough where I can get cash flow off of a renter. Two, you personally don't have to pay a crap ton of capital gains taxes, right? Again, because most of these people are non-owner occupants, so it's an investment property, so they have capital gains tax. And three, if you have been renting it, you're going to continue to not only get some money up front from me, so 1 or 2 years worth of rent payments in advance from me, then you're also going to continue to receive cash flow from the property up until the point that you just want to be cashed out, whether that's 5, 10, 15 years down the road. So those are the kind of conversations I'm having with people. And, I've had a couple people say, I'll think about it. I have one guy who has a bunch of properties who said, I kind of just want to get rid of all of them. And I was like, well, then let's do it. Let's give you a really good price for all that stuff. Because, you know, normally people, when they buy in bulk, and this is what I told the guy, I said, when they buy all of your properties all at once, they're not going to pay full retail. The people who pay full retail are mom and dad home buyers, and no mom and dad home buyer is going to buy 20 properties. Couldn't afford to. So I said, you know, hey, I can hook you up with some people that have, you know, $5-10 million to buy you out of everything, but they're going to want a deal. They just are, right? You know, you have condos, you have multifamily, you have single family, you have, you know, maybe a trailer or two, maybe you have something way far away. For them to buy all of that, they got to get a good deal, right? And I kind of explained that to him, and he's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And I said, hey, you know, if you want a fair and good offer, like, I'll give that to you. I just need you to take payments. So those are the type of conversations I'm having. I've been doing a lot of door knocking foreclosures. I've been doing a lot of reaching out to people with crappy houses. So my pitch needs to change. It's, you know, cash offer won't make sense. You don't need the money right now. You're not desperate. The property isn't, you know, in foreclosure. So you have to switch to saying, hey, I can get you your price. I just need you to give me time. I need to be able to make those payments over time. So anyways, I am having leads being sent to me. And I was just kind of thinking about it. There's only so much cold calls I can make. There's only so much doors I can knock. So now I'm finally, you know, wanting to grow the business. And to do that, I need to bring on other people. But I also, you know, don't necessarily have the time to manage them and teach them and train them. So I figured I'd go with a company, and this company was recommended from somebody that I know. That was the only reason why I gave this one a shot, because I've seen a lot of other cold call companies that'll just take your money and not produce anything. So very skeptical, and you should be too. But these guys are giving me leads, which is great. Just none of them are really make sense for a cash offer, and you know, that's fine. I'm hoping with some tired landlords, maybe I can find somebody who's willing to talk terms, because everybody wants their price, and it just, with the interest rates the way they are, you guys, we can't give it to them. And I just tell people, I'm like, your property is worth $600,000 all day long. It is worth it. It is. It's probably worth $625,000, but because the interest rates that I'm, you know, if I go get a loan to purchase this property from you, it's going to make the payments, you know, $7,000 a month. I can't afford that. A renter can't afford that. It doesn't make sense for me to buy it. I can't buy it at that price. So I either need you to lower your price, which they probably do not want to do, or I need them to take payments over time. So those are the options. If anybody has any other suggestions, I'd love to hear them, because I'd love to make, you know, I want to make win-win situations for people. And, you know, sometimes just cash isn't the option, and you know, they have to go on the market and then get beat up, and tell them like, hey, you know, your house is worth $650,000 or whatever, but nobody can pay that to you because the market, you know, interest rates don't allow it. It's too expensive. People can't afford it. So, so you need to switch your strategies or hold on to it, which is fine too. Anyways, I'm coming up to my first door knock. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.